Lance, come here for the breakfast with the Stars session, but we didn't see your two horses today, Feisty Jane and Gold Rush. Can you just explain why?
No, we've decided we're going to work them along tomorrow morning next to the running rail. We just thought, a day closer to the race, and that'll be their final piece of work on the Wednesday. So, that's what we decided to do.
Two fillies, obviously it's a race that's dear to your heart. You've won it 5 times as a jockey and once as a trainer, and two fillies give you a great chance this year.
Yeah, I think so. They're both maideners, but in saying that, their forms, both of them have very strong form. One filly's had a couple of seconds from 2 outings, and the other's had a fourth and a second. But two nice fillies and both on the improve. But it's your local race, and I mean every trainer wants to win the race. They want to see their colours on the miniature jockey over there for the 12-month period. But we are lining the two fillies up, thinking they do have a chance. They're not just there to make up the numbers.
The horse with the fourth and the second is the Gold Rush, a really good second, and behind Mongolian Falcon here last start. How's she gone since?
Yeah, we do very little with her in the mornings here, but she's sound and she's well. She's not a very big filly. She's very small, to be honest. She was dwarfed by the other horse, but he's probably genuinely a very good horse. So she ran second to him and a little way away, but there was a gap back to the rest. So that gave us quite a bit of encouragement.
Exactly, and back to her own sex this weekend helps as well. Let's talk Feisty Jane. 2 seconds so far, including a second to Kingsman, who's come out and made that form look really good with that Karaka Million third.
Yeah, she was a distant second to him on that occasion, but she was a little bit unlucky. She would never have won the race, but she would certainly have finished, I think, probably a couple of lengths closer on that at Ellerslie, and she backed that up with a good second at Taronga. So her form's pretty strong.
Can you split the pair?
Look. There's not a lot between them. There's very little between the two fillies, and Andrew and I, we're confident that they both equip themselves well.
Okay, you are going into this race taking on race winners. How will they measure up?
Well, that's always, we are maideners, so we're sort of, expectations or the pressure for them to perform is probably not as great as some of the others. But if one of them had won a race in the interim, you would have thought, well, they're a genuine winning chance. But because they're maideners, they're going to be overlooked a little bit. But there's some smart fillies in this race, like Tiaka, their filly by Smart Missile, very good filly, and going to take all the beating in the world. But it'd be great if you could run third in a race like this. It would be pretty good for their breeding long term.
Exactly. Lance, we did see Mary Quant gallop this morning, and she's bringing great form. It was a terrific win here last time.
It was a really strong win. She sort of made the pace, and they could say she got away with pretty easy sectionals, which she did for a couple, but they still ran pretty good time. And she's trained on well since, and we're sticking to the mile. We think at this stage, that's probably far enough. We think in time she'll probably run further. Well, she has won a maiden 2,000 metres, but she's certainly shown this time she's won a 12, a 14 and a mile. So we don't see any reason at this stage to stretch her, but I know we're expecting her to run well.
Could she force her way into some of those better quality fillies and mares races with a good performance this weekend?
Well, that's what we're hoping for. If she can sort of, back up her last run with a good performance. She's in rating 85 now. She's rated 76, so she's sort of got to carry a lot of weight in the other one, or jump to the next grade. We think if our plans for her to run in some of those better fillies races, well, long term she should be winning a rating 85. So that's what we've elected to do.
She could go